No, really. I think it's hard when you do it as a job every day because it's just the norm for us, you know. Opinions.
You just get used to it.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's no different than sort of a florist having opinions on flowers. It's just your everyday thing. So to us, it's not different. Obviously, to people that aren't used to it, it's something.
Yeah, when they see people that have got lots of tattoos, obviously it's something different for them, but because we see it every day, it's weird for us when we see people walk in the door that have got no tattoos. You know, that's yeah.
So would you say you have more of younger people, or more like what's the age range of people in the store?
I would say, to be honest, there isn't really a set age range now. It used to be more kind of, you know, younger 20s, that kind of age range. But nowadays, anything from like 18 to 80 is like, you know, I would say probably at the moment around 30.
Yeah, mid to late 30s is the kind of age for everything to be done.
Piercing's different.
Piercing's younger. Piercing's sort of late teens, early 20s. Mid to late 30s sometimes, but yeah, piercings is sort of early 20s, I'd say, is the most common age.
Okay, so would you guys, like, what are your opinions on tattoos and piercings and like different types of job placements?
Wow, it's a bit of a touchy subject, that one, isn't it?
It is. If someone came in, you know, we did have someone ring up yesterday, for example, wanting a little tattoo on their hand, a little tattoo on their face, after being asked by you, I do believe, you know, if they got any previous, like, extensive work done, they said no, they were their first tattoos, you know, so we wouldn't do anything like that on younger people with no tattoos, purely because you don't know what's going to happen. Whether in your head you plan to be, you know, an artist where it may not matter, or some job where, you know, they would like tattoos. You never know what's happening. So it's always better to kind of wait till you're settled. Even, you know, even people with quite a lot of tattoos, we wouldn't necessarily do it. It depends.
You've got to think of the names on it as well, isn't it? For
yeah.
reputation. You know, you're doing big, great pieces on the side of the neck on someone that's only just turned 18. You've got to think that the professional side of it as well.
People that are really settled in their jobs, you know, you get some middle-aged builder come in and no one's bothered, and that's fine, you know. It's their choice, we'll do it, not a problem at all. But yeah, it's normally after talking to someone you can judge whether it's going to be a good idea for them or not. You know, like if you came in to me tomorrow and said, I've only got one little tattoo and I want a great big rose on my hand, you probably do it.
So that was coming up to my next question. Have you ever refused to give people tattoos, and if so, what are the circumstances that you're using?
I think quite often we tell people, not often, but again, it's people that
They're pissed.
Yeah, they're drunk, they don't put thought into it, and they want, you know, they've been with their girlfriend / boyfriend for 2 months and they want their name going across their hand or, you know, on the side of their neck. Obviously, you're not going to do it because, again, it's a professional side, and you know, working in the industry for what, between us, nearly 30 years, you know that people are going to,
Well, yeah, we wouldn't. When I was working in Peru as well, we'd have people come in and wanting like stupid swastikas and things like that, you know, like get like football thugs and stuff in. So yeah, there's certain things that you just wouldn't do. One, whether it be a personal reason for yourself, or something that you know a local community would judge you for doing. It's just common sense, you know. We're not going to do anything that's going to affect anyone else or
us.
Yeah, or us, you know. We want people to leave and be happy with what they've got, and we don't want to offend anyone. These people are, but we'll make sure that that person, 5 years down the line, obviously doesn't have a thought change, and then they're happy to have it covered up or removed. So yeah, there's plenty of things we wouldn't do. A lot of the time, normally people want living drunk, or you know.
End of the day, spare of the moment, no thought, let's just do it kind of
Have
thing.
their mate's name on their arms and they regret it the next day, but yeah. So yeah, we do refuse people quite often on different grounds, definitely.
Would you say that tattoos and piercings are becoming more popular because it's mainstream and more trendy than it was back like 20, 30 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. I think everyone
circumstances where they have
now, you know, you have
it's been the worst.
grandmas are like 85 years old.
Like,
it's
been the worst situation in terms of coming for a tattoo.
Policeman coming in, everyone's tongue pierced, and
oh yeah,
and then you know like a lot of young people coming to get their first tattoo. So it is very broad spectrum now. It's not.
It's even more popular than it was 5 years ago,
Yeah.
10 years ago, let alone 20, 30. There's been a massive change in the industry.
Probably more women.
Yeah.
as well. A lot more women coming in at the moment than men. So yeah, it is really like walking into a clothes shop. You know, you just never know who's going to come in. You can't judge it really day to day. Yeah, 80 to 80, male, female, both.
Yeah.
All sorts, really. You know, yeah. It's very varied now.
What would you say the legal issues with having tattoos and piercings are?
Wow. I think tattoos, not so much. With it being artwork, it's obviously very personal choice. Like I said before, there's some things we won't do, but yeah, unless it's just something. Legalities. It's this artwork, isn't it? It's like saying what should you have on your wall, but I think piercings. We were chatting the other day. It'd be nicer if there was
stricter laws.
Yeah, stricter laws, and rather than all the different local counties or whatever, just picking and choosing what people can and can't do, having some kind of set board of regulations throughout the whole country maybe would be quite nice, where they can get their pieces together and come in with a good kind of flat system that suits everybody pretty well. Yeah, so I think it's definitely piercings more than tattoos that are most good.
Do you refuse giving any specific piercings in here? Or?
Yeah, lots. Again, we're getting a lot at the minute. 16-year-olds wanting their nipples pierced. Honestly, under 18, no chance. It's just not going to happen. There's certain piercings you need to be a certain age for. Like the septum or the surface piercings. You come in at 15, 16 years old, it's not going to get done because again, it's not just from the thought side of it. Your body's still developing. And if your body's still growing, and you're still maturing mentally at that kind of age, do you know what I mean? So you need to, it is the same as tattooing kind of, just a little bit of a broader spectrum. You have to know that people want it or, it's going to last.
You can get pierced certain things at a younger age. Those people want them and will try and come and get them done, whereas most people, 18 is illegal for tattoos, so you're not really going to bother. Or you're going to be really chancing it, so with the piercings I think kids do get it set in their mind, they hit like 13 and they're like, right, I want my belly button pierced. And then when you say no, it's like, well, we'll go somewhere else. Yeah, it is harder.
So as you said, 18 is obviously the legal requirement to have a tattoo. What do you say about private tattooists that tattoo okay?
Tattooing underage people, I think it is ridiculous. You're just asking for a world of trouble. I mean, I can't go on too much. I tattooed my mates and stuff when I was starting out at home and stuff like that. So I can't really judge too much. But the one thing that does kind of bug me more than anything is things like clinical waste disposal. If your uncle's mate's tattooing you at his house, for example, charging you whatever for the tattoo, you've got to think he's probably not getting rid of these needles properly. They could be going in the bin man picks it up. It's not what you want. So I don't agree with it at all. Not people just kind of working from home tattooing. I do understand there's going to be circumstances like myself where people have tried to kind of get into the industry, and that's been their starting block. But I think people that are just doing it on a whim, tattooing people for a bit of cash, it's not cool. It'd be like you wouldn't let someone go and pull your tooth out in their house and tell you they were a dentist, would you? I mean, I could go to B&Q and buy some bricks, but I definitely couldn't build you a house. I'll try.
You could try,
yeah.
Do a very good job.
So yeah, it's the job that comes out of it as well. If you've not had any kind of training, and I was lucky I ended up working for some really good people over the years, but I also had to unlearn a lot of bad habits that I kind of got along the way. So yeah, I definitely would recommend it to anyone. You never know what kind of house you're going into as well. You could have a dodgy ball with 50 parrots and I think 2 dogs walking around. So, yeah.
So an important question is, what do you think the social stigma towards tattoos and piercings is in today's society?
It's a bit of a mixed
Well,
one.
my one or what?
I think you're either
What's
into
been the worst
tattoo
scenario
pieces or
for
you're not.
tattooing?
There's no in between. You can have people that are into them but on other people, not themselves. But it is very black or white. I don't think there's
It's
a
got a
grey
lot
area.
better. I think people are more, they
They're
accept them
open, yeah.
more because there is a lot more of it about. There's still that stigma, especially with older people, that kind of older working generation, especially with business and stuff, certain shops, jobs, you guys may know yourself, people go, oh, we don't really want people with tattoos on their hands and their necks and stuff. But yeah, I think as far as it's kind of stigmatised, it's
Easier than it was.
yeah.
A lot easier.
And it depends where you are, you know. If you're in London, for example, the cultural diversity of everything is so big, you know, and people don't bat an eyelid. You know, there could be a crazy guy dressed as a clown, jumping on a pogo stick. It's kind of normal, isn't it? Seeing a guy with less tattoos is quite normal. And I think now that the young generation are having so many tattoos done, it's just going to be more and more accepted because it will.
It's a case of having to be, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that.
No worries. Cheers, guys.
Just one more thing. Would we be able to like record like a